Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalan, 5 minutes with Pradeep. I have been traveling quite often, either within India or outside the country. I have traveled most parts of the country as well as 18 countries outside. So I thought it's a good time to share my experience, what did I learn, either by traveling domestically or internationally. So I will be making two episodes, one for domestic travel, the tips for domestic travel, and one for the tips for international travel. So this episode is on domestic travel. You have selected that you want to go to a particular place because you wanted to go either for temple visit or for some honeymoon or for whatever reason. You have decided a place. Once you have decided the place, you have to keep three things in mind which is important. Number one, your accommodation. Number two, how do we reach there, either driving or by air, and health and safety or health and hygiene. So the first thing, the moment you have decided the place, we start looking at Make My Trip, Agoda or Go EVO, something like that, and start reviewing the accommodation, the hotel. What we see, we start looking at the ratings. Higher the rating, we get the impression that this is better the hotel. But this is not always true. If 4.6 is the rating for a hotel of 2000 per night and 3.8 is the rating for a hotel which is 10,000 rupee per night, the 4.6 which is 2000 rupee per night is not going to be better than the other hotel which is 10,000 rupee per night. So first select your hotel range. Once you have selected the range, mostly 5,000 rupee to 10,000 rupee per night is a decent rate for common people like us. Then you start looking for what is the rating. In that range, higher the rating, the possibility of getting a better hotel is higher. But that's not enough. You also look for the number of reviews and the number of ratings available. Sometimes you find that there are only 3 or 4 ratings, but the rating is very high. Whereas the other hotel has got 1000 reviews, but the rating is slightly lower. So I would prefer the hotel which has got more number of reviews or more number of ratings, maybe slightly lower on the scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 compared to the one which has got a less number of reviews. Other important thing is also to read the comment. Sometimes the comment may be relevant, sometimes the comments may not be relevant. I have seen sometimes people giving very low rating because hotel could not provide milk for the baby. Is it relevant for you? If you are not carrying baby with you, possibly this comment is not relevant. But if something is relevant, then also look for the response from the hotel management. Sometimes hotel management is very repulsive and they start responding and they can counter argument against you. That means the hotel management is not ready to accept your comment and not ready to change. So avoid those type of hotels where the hotel management is repulsive. Next important thing is how to reach. If you are driving, most likely you are going to set your destination in Google Maps and blindly going to drive. I have landed into trouble. I set that Google Maps and Google Map took me inside a forest, 60 kilometers. I was deep inside the forest. Not a single person I could see on the way. Roads were very bumpy, very narrow and very scary. It was just because that it was a few minutes shorter. But I realized that after traveling with and taking all the pain in the forest and getting scared, finally I joined the same highway which I could have continued. So make sure that when you are driving and you are leaving the highways, review that where you are going to join back. If you are going to join back on the same highway, don't leave that highway. Continue, it may be few minutes longer, but it is safe. Other thing also to keep in mind that selecting the route is that whether it has got a petrol pump, it has got some villages, and it has got some restaurants on the way. so that you can have some help in case of any emergency. Other important factor to keep in mind is share your current location or your hand phone current location, handset current location. Once I was in traffic jam and my son calls me from London and tells what happened, you are not moving for last 1 hour, you are at the same place. I said, no, I am in traffic jam. So that way you are always connected with your near dear, and in case of any help, you can always take some help in case it is possible. Or otherwise, you should also know some local language. If you don't know the local language, it's better to have the plan how to connect with the local, how to take help in case of any emergency when you are driving in a remote place. Do you know someone with the same language or same mother tongue who can be contacted in case of any emergency? So keep that also in mind while driving. If you're going by air, of course, follow the guidelines by the airlines. Reach well before time, book your meal, or carry the right photo ID, follow other guidelines like corona guidelines, and also follow all the things that is there. The other important factor while you are driving is to keep in mind is health, hygiene and safety. Make sure that you know where you're going to eat. You have read the review of that restaurant, or see which is the most visited restaurant in that area and what is the range of the food. So keep those things in mind. Carry the regular medicines what you take every day at home. At the same time, the two most common problems what we face while driving or on travel, one is food infection due to whatever, either due to water or due to food. So carry enough medicine for your stomach upset like loose motion, vomiting or antibacterial infection, whatever. Also sometimes we get fever because of climate change or the change of location or change of place. So carry enough paracetamol with you. But don't forget to know the hospitals in the city or in the place where you are in. Because of any emergency, you must know where to contact. So these are the three factors which you must keep in mind while driving. And of course, doing the pre-work for all these always helps to avoid the last minute surprise or to avoid any trouble while traveling. So I thought this is a good thing to share, something which I have learned through my domestic travel. In next episode of Sankalan, I will be sharing what I learned through my international travel. So thank you so much.